different than you. We are just alike. We're just alike. If I can do it, anyone could do it. I said this back then. And I think they've been fucking with me ever since because the shit I've been saying. They got an interview up on the internet of me, and it's about 1 minute long. And it's only a clip about Michael Jordan. No, Michael Jordan could have been whatever to me. But the interview was 45 minutes long, and they only released 1 minute of the video. They've been controlling what I say, control the narrative of everything. TMZ stopped me one day and they interviewed me outside the LAX airport. I talked for 5 to 8 minutes. They only put one part in there. Kwame Brown warns of baby mamas about the draft. Why you ain't put the rest of that shit in there? Why you ain't put the part in there where I said y'all blocking free enterprise and y'all blocking kids from going to college, going to the NBA? That Stephen A. and all these people put the one and done rule and they used me as the face of that, allegedly. And then they took trades out of high school. So now kids, you either got to be a celebrity, ball player, football player, or a rapper. You can't just be the plumber. You can't be out here every day in the job market. No, no, no. You got to be the bottom of the barrel, $15 worker. You got to be just a laborer. You're not going to be the extra skilled guy who gets up there and make $80,000, $90,000 to hang the ductwork. Nah, we don't want. We want to keep black. We want people to help push this whole agenda of going to college and making people feel ashamed if they go into VOTEC. So much so they took it out. So the more you guys attack me, I don't give a shit. I told you, if you against these kids, I don't give a shit. I don't care nothing about no emotional adult that's talking about kids and sucking penises and all this other shit. I don't care about that. I believe that boy got to stay on YouTube to pay to talk like that. And that's probably why so many people come into his defense when he can say that he molested and touched children, allegedly. He can say out of his mouth things that of pedophilia. Talk about threesomes with Bambata and another 12-year-old, allegedly. I don't give a fuck what your message is positive after you say some shit like that out your mouth. I said protect these children. And if y'all want to hang with a motherfucker that talk like that, and young brother that's coming and talking about me all of a sudden now because I played a video, no, Sinetta did not send me that video. A young lady, I shouted her out on Instagram. Had you watched me, I said, Kelly Hughes, shout out for the video. Don't have no personal agenda. I don't know Sinetta. Sinetta texts my phone out the blue. I don't know how he got my number. But I'm not in the middle of y'all beef, sir. So you didn't have to put no extra disrespect on it. If you thought it was a misunderstanding and you thought I was talking about your children because I played a video and I was just as disgusted as everybody else, I was disgusted. I would never talk about your children. So if you felt that way, sir, I'll apologize. But it seems like you wanted to do this for YouTube monetization because I didn't say anything to you or about your children. And I would never do that. So that's fucked up. You're supposed to be so smart, but you take that out of context. Everybody can see how I was talking about this brother. Then you don't just come to the conclusion. A smart man like you just make out of thin air without no proof. You always talking about where you come from. You know where you come from. All these fucking dates. But you know I didn't say anything about you. You know you can't prove that I'm connected to Sinetta. So why say something like that? That's ignorance, my brother. And an ignorant man should not be speaking. I don't talk ignorant. So all these other YouTubers that's making videos because they mad at his son, oh, he should have just forgave him. Yeah, he talked about him and he said all this shit and he wanted to stand on his shoulders and say, don't compare him to no NBA player because ain't no names behind him. No, I'm going to tell you how I think. I don't need no motherfucking names behind me. I'm a grown ass to the motherfucking man. And that's all we all are. That's all we are. We just grown men and women. That's it. The Bible say we all are nothing. So I don't care about your titles and who behind you and who in front of you. I'm saying I'm going to help these children. Please don't get in the way of that. Please don't. I don't care about your opinions. I'm not tied to no fucking group. Dr. Boyce told you, ain't no white man that can call me and tell me nothing. So hopefully you Negroes can leave me the fuck alone, because you Negroes are dangerous. I done told you, I ain't worried about no white man. I'm worried about you niggas trying to cause a fake argument or a fake beef and bother me. Please don't bother me. Shoe flies don't bother me. I'm helping these children, and I'm coming up with ways every day better and better to be a better man to help these children. And if you don't like that, just keep watching the show. Don't watch, but don't get in the way of another man's mission. That is disrespectful altogether. You don't know me from Adam, so making up all these stories about me, worried about how much money I got or don't got, that don't have nothing to do with nothing that I'm saying. Coding and trades need to be in these high schools. Yes or no? Trades were already in high schools. Yes or no? We can look up the numbers. Go look up the numbers and argue the numbers then. Since you want to argue every damn thing else, you motherfucker want to argue everything. When black males are reading at a fourth grade reading level, and you arguing with me more than you arguing with the system that taught kids to do this, it's a motherfucking shame. I wasn't even supposed to be talking on my vacation. I was gonna take me a day or two. I snuck for a day or two just to try to get me a little R&R. And I got grown people talking about me when I'm just talking about cheering. Jesus Christ. But you're not gonna stop me from smiling. I ain't got nothing to do with no feelings. Everybody, grown men, I'm listening to their podcast. I feel like he need to come up there and talk to such and such, and get his boy. He'll get his ass. Such and such will boy. He'll cuss him. He'll do this. Such and such will get his ass. What? You think I give a fuck? Why would I call in and talk to anybody about anything? Nigga, stop talking and go help some children. Get to your neighborhood. You see my date. Get to your neighborhood and get what you got going, and don't talk about somebody else. There's enough of that already. It's 5 lanes in the highway. All right, I'm a fuck nigga, and by your admission, by your opinion, I'm a fuck nigga. Cool, but my shit gonna be televised. My shit, you gonna be able to pull up and get you a nice little rib sandwich, steak sandwich. We got some good old cooks. You can even play softball with me and the kids. So do that in your hood, and then I might show up. Yeah. Put together a chicken coop and shit like that in your hood so we can feed your village. Yeah, do that. Yeah, so next time it's a motherfucking pandemic and Publix ain't got no more chicken and Walmart run out of chicken, then you can say, look here, check this out. We're going to give you $1 off everything, $2 off. We got chicken over here. We're going to help the community. We got this food over here. Yeah, instead of talking about nice cars and all this bullshit that you talk about and celebrity gossip and who got their snot box rock, why don't you have some food to feed your community? Yeah, how about that? Because I have mine. I'll be feeding my community. Keep talking about what Kwame doing. See, Kwame not going to tell everything on YouTube. I ain't no dummy. They fighting me at every turn of the corner. But that's okay with me. Told you, I'm Geechee. I don't want to hear about your dates and this and that. Have a dude come on my platform and try to put a set of ideals in my mouth and tell me what the fuck does that have to do with getting coding and trades in schools. I don't want to hear all that black, white, all that fucking talk. I don't want to hear that. That talking like that, we've been talking like that for 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, however long. And our kids are reading at a 4th grade reading level. Respectfully, me, I don't want to hear about all that shit. No disrespect to nobody, but I don't want to hear that shit based on what I see is happening now. With all that knowledge and all that talking about dates and clown shit and where we're from and all this other bullshit, our kids are dead fucking last. Our boys, our strong black boys, as smart as they are, as good as they are, the way we push every fucking culture, you telling me our boys are dead last? Fuck all them dates and fuck all that talking, respectfully. We gonna get these kids back to skills so they can stand up erect like men that they are. And that's the problem in our community. We got women standing on little boys. They have nothing to help our little boys. And if you can't see that, that's your fault. I see it. I'm gonna do my part to help these boys. I don't give a fuck about grown men and their opinion, and you shouldn't give a fuck about mine. If you're grown, an opinion is not a fact. So it should just roll off your motherfucking shoulders. Keep your emotional, violent ass away from me. I know what an opinion is. We don't have to agree. Since you thought I should have forgave Facade, a son, or Facade, a son, Facade, a son, why don't you forgive me then? How about that? You go ahead and forgive me for my ignorance and my bad opinion, and then move on about your day in a Riva fucking Doce. Why don't you have a nice day? Instead of talking about somebody else all fucking day, do the same thing that you want me to do for Brother Hassan. Go ahead and forgive me and move on. Thank you kindly.